A very good morning to my dear students. Today we'll begin with the second lesson of second term of geography, that is rocks and rock types. So I want you all to remove your textbook and open page number 40, and when we'll open the page number 40, you can see they have given some pictures on page number 40. Is it? And they are labeled as A, B and C. Now you all will observe those pictures carefully. Okay. Now observe these pictures in figure 7.1 and answer the following questions. So the first one, that is, what is the hill in A made up of? Yes, tell me, what is it made up of? Yes, it is made up of rocks. So just write in front of the question with pencil rocks. What is being done in B? What is being done? Yes, they are digging the soil and putting it into the trucks and loading the rocks. Okay, so just write digging the soil and loading the rocks. What do we see in C? So what are you able to see? Yes, we can see small size stones. Okay, now next, is there any relationship between the three things shown above? Yes, children, of course there is relationship. That is, by digging the soil with machine, the rocks, whatever are there, they are converted into small size stones. Okay, so the first B picture, okay, see, by digging the soil and loading the rocks with the machine. Then go to the first picture. Yeah, the rocks, where are the rocks? In first picture, yes, are converted into small size stones which are in third picture. Okay, that is in C. So this is the relationship between the three things. For what purpose do we use the things shown in A and C? What is there in A and C? Rocks and stones. So where do we see these things used? Yes, we see its use in the work of construction or by making during making sculptures, yeah, or for obtaining minerals. Okay, so not obtaining. Next thing, that is do it yourself. This is like an activity. So what is that? From the hills, riverbeds or the lands in your vicinity, collect rock specimens of different types, shapes, colors, etc. Okay, observe the rock specimen and note down the following. So now on the screen you can see a rock, yes, or a stone, which suppose if it is found, I have found it near the riverbed which was close to my friend's house. Okay, so the first thing what they are asking, see, place where the rock was found. So did you get the answer for that? Yes, where it was found? Near the riverbed. Where is the riverbed? It was near my friend's house. Next, what is the color of the rock? So you can see it in picture. What is its color? Grey. Yes. Spot on the rock and their colors. Can you see there are some spots? Yes. So, what is the color of those spots? Yes, it is white. Next, weight of the rock. How is the weight? If I have brought it, no, so I may be knowing, then it will be heavy and hard. Yes, its hardness is how? Hard means they have given you option, weight, heavy or light. Then it was light, heavy. Okay, and hardness, they are asking whether it is hard, brittle or medium. Brittle means what, children? I told you last time, no, I think so, that when whichever things break easily, that is called as brittle. For example, we can take our chalk. It breaks easily, is it? So chalk is brittle. So but this rock is not brittle, it is hard. How is the structure of the rock? Yes, it is uniform grains. Like grains are collected and stuck like it is uniformly. Okay. Porosity of the rock, it is non-porous. So now if we have a new word, that is porous or non-porous. Yes, so the stones which are having like holes, like small holes for the passing of air through it, is called as a porous. But now whatever I have found on the river bed, there are no holes or anything. Okay, so it is called as a non-porous rock. So now they have also told that show these rock specimens and your notes to your teacher and discuss them. But nowadays we are not coming in school, then you can just note down it in your rough books. Okay. As we all know that Earth's crust is hard, it is made up of rocks and soil. Now where are these rocks found? These rocks are found on land surface and also below the earth. Now what are rocks? Rocks are a mixture of different minerals which are formed by natural process in the lithosphere. The properties of rocks depend on constituent minerals. Okay, means what minerals are used, their proportion, and on their formation process. Now we will see some of the major rock forming minerals. They are silica, aluminium, magnesium, and iron. There are also some other minerals which are used in different rocks. So now we are going to study the three types of rocks which is based on their formation process. So the first type of rock is igneous rocks. It is also called as primary rocks. Second is sedimentary rocks, and the third one is metamorphic rocks. Do you know, students, the interior of the earth is having very high temperature, and because of it, whatever material is present inside the earth is in molten state, that is in liquefied state. Okay, now what happens, this material whichever is present inside sometimes come out, that is it get released through the fissures which are present in the earth crust. Fissures means what? The long narrow cracks which are there in the crust, and whatever comes out, this is called as volcano. So it is called as volcanic eruption. So whenever there is such kind of volcanic eruption, which materials are thrown out? So lava, gases, dust particle, and ashes, etc. are thrown out during volcanic eruptions. So now on the screen you can see the two words, that is magma and lava. They have come out due to the volcanic eruption. Okay, so these are the molten materials, that is liquefied materials, which are known as magma, which is within the crust, and lava, which is on the surface of the earth. Okay, so after some time, children, they cool down and then they solidified. You can see the change in the color. Now it has become grey. Is it? Means they have solidified and they give rise to rock, and these are known as igneous rocks. Okay, so this is our first type of rock, that is igneous rock. They are formed due to the molten material which is thrown out during volcanic eruption. Okay, as these rocks are formed from the material which is in the interior of the earth, these rocks are also called as primary rocks. Mostly these rocks appear to be hard and homogeneous. These rocks are heavy, okay, and we do not get fossils in this rock. Fossils means you can see in the second picture, that is the remains of dead plants and animals. These are not found in this rock. The Maharashtra plateau, that is here, okay, and the Sahyadri mountains, you can see it here, grey color. Yes, they are found out of igneous rock. Okay, the basalt is an major example of igneous rock. We are also having other example of igneous rock, that is pumice. Okay, so pumice rock is also one of the example of igneous rock. It is formed out of volcanic fourth. Means when the volcano comes out, from that this pumice rock is formed. You can see it is having holes on it, is it? That means it tells us that it is a porous rock. Yes, and because of its density is low, means its volume, or you can say its weight, is very low, and because of that this rock floats on water. As you all know, most of the hills in Maharashtra are having lakes or elephant yards. These are nothing but the old quarry sites. What is quarry site? That is a large pits, okay? Or when the rocks are extracted from that particular area, then it is called as a quarry sites, okay? So now, what is the use of these rocks which are extracted? These rocks are used for the construction of fort and also for constructing other buildings. Now the dugouts or the pits which are left behind after extracting the rocks, what happens in rainy season? Water is allowed to accumulate there. Accumulate means to collect, okay? And once the water collects there, the lakes and tanks were created, okay? So next, use your brain power. What rock was used for building the forts in Maharashtra? Why? Yes, correct. Igneous rocks was used for building the forts in Maharashtra because igneous rocks are found in Maharashtra plateau, and the major example, that is basalt rock. Yes, this rock is used because it is hard, homogeneous and heavy, and thus it will help us to construct the safe and strong and secure forts. So you can write this answer with pencil in your textbook. Continuous variation, that is change in the temperature, the rocks are developing cracks in them, okay? And as they develop cracks, whenever there is rainy season or whenever the water falls on them, the water starts percolating, means it starts seeping through this rock. Yes, and whenever it seeps, children, it dissolves with the soluble minerals, okay? And this leads to the weathering of rock. Weathering means breaking down. Yes, now what happens? They get disintegrated. Disintegrated means breaking down into small pieces, and as they break down into small pieces, you can see it in this picture. When they break down into small piece, they get decomposed. Yes, and that is why they get reduced to smaller size. So small rocks pieces they turn to. Yes, and these rock particles then get transported because of the rivers, glaciers or the wind, and they are transported towards the low lying area. Low lying means to the down part. You can see it in the picture here, how they are getting transported. Yes, so they are transported to the low lying area, and then they start depositing there. Okay, so one after the one they fall on each other, and like that the layer of deposition is formed. As they are depositing on each other, the upper layer is giving heavy pressure on the lower layer, and because of that it leads to compaction, means of material. Compaction means giving more pressure, and when it gives more pressure, no, the down part becomes more dense. Okay, that is called as compaction, and then it leads into the development of sedimentary rock. As the layers are formed, children, anybody can easily recognize or easily see the layers in the sedimentary rock. And also when these layers are being formed, remains of dead plants or animals also get buried in this layer, and therefore one can find many fossils in this sedimentary rock. Okay, now this, how are these rocks? These rocks are light in weight and also they are brittle. Yeah, brittle means break easily, and they are porous means there are small pores on it. Okay, so now we'll see some of the examples of sedimentary rock. They are sandstone, limestone, shells, corals, etc. Also, coal seams can be found in sedimentary rock. So my dear students, up till now we have studied the lesson from page number 40 and 41. So I want you all to read the lesson and understand the taught concept clearly and fix those concepts in your mind. Next period we will study the remaining part of the lesson.